Hello, Nicedude here with this week's Dino Dossier. Today we have two for you. We have the Lystrosaurus and the Hesperornis. So first up we have the Lystrosaurus, which is Greek for shovel lizard. This was the size of a pig and gets its name because it was a very powerful digger that they think dug big burrows and nested in them, and it measured 2 to 8.2 feet long and weighed 5 to 200 kilograms. It had a short snout and no teeth except for 2 tusks, and it's got a beak which looks a little bit like a turtle, as you can see in the picture there. But one interesting fact about this creature is one of the great survivors in all time. It managed to survive one of the worst mass extinctions of its ever to be seen, where 95% of all species on the Earth were destroyed by a giant volcano which changed the atmosphere and polluted all the waters and made them acidic, killed most of the fish. So yeah, they reckon it survived by digging underground and building in a fallout shelter basically. So yeah, one of the greatest survivors. So let's see what the dossier has to say about it. It says it's a herbivore and has a temperament of being loyal. So it says here, in the wild, the Lystrosaurus is a small herbivore common to much of the island, only about 2 feet long. It is not high on the food chain and eats small plant life. The poisonous insects of the island seem to have little effect on Lystrosaurus. So it's resistant to poison, so obviously to tame it, it's going to be a soft tame, you know, where you run around giving it just things to eat instead of knocking it out. We could knock it unconscious with a sling maybe, but it's not going to be able to use narco berries on it, so it'll be a bit resistant to that. Right, let's read some more. Despite being among the island's tiny herbivores, Lystrosaurus is an incredibly resilient survivor. It recovers its torpor and health much faster than most creatures, which makes rendering a Lystrosaurus unconscious a rather difficult affair. Alright, so perhaps you can't knock it out then, or drug it. So it's definitely going to be a soft tame where you just go up to it and feed it with whatever berries it likes. We don't know what it is yet, we have to wait and see. So, reading on. So domesticated, not surprisingly, Lystrosaurus is an extremely loyal pet once tamed. So it's going to be like a pet dog you can have around the place. It's a very fast learner, so it gains experience much more quickly than most other creatures. Additionally, its presence nearby appears to inspire allies, making them learn and gain experience more rapidly as well. Thusly, Lystrosaurus is an excellent addition to any tribe's hunting party. So yeah, so if it's around any of your dinosaurs you tamed, it gives you extra XP. So you can either have it living near dinosaurs or have it running along with you. So I don't know if it gives XP to everybody around it, even humans. If so, that's brilliant. They've definitely want them tagging along. So there you go, the Lystrosaurus. So next up we have the Hesperornis, which was a large aquatic bird. Very much like it was a prehistoric penguin basically. So it was 5.9 foot in length. And there's not really much to say about it really. It's just a giant penguin which swam around eating lots of fish and lived in the oceans of the time. So let's have a little read of what it says. So, appearing as something of a half duck, half dinosaur, Hesperornis is a medium-sized fish-eating bird, common in the rivers and lakes island. It would be about 2/3 height of a human if it stood tall, but it rarely does. Hesperornis spends most of its time gliding along the surface of the water, where it's much more manoeuvrable. So yeah, it's just like a seal or whatever. Hesperornis is barely a threat to any land-dwelling creature, as its legs are too short for it to move around effectively, but it's surprisingly fast on the water. It can easily hunt down fish and other small water-dwelling creatures. So a nice picture of it there, chasing after lots of fish. So it can be domesticated, not particularly useful for hunting and not being affectionate. Hesperornis is primarily kept for the specialised eggs it produces. When rendered correctly, whatever that means, the eggs separate into 2 distinct substances. So this is obviously there's no use apart from giving you oil, which is all very handy and getting a bit when it's changed from killing crabs. And also you can get high protein food from the other half of the eggs. So the other one is a substance high in calories and the other one's oil. So yes, basically it. So all this is in the game for is just to give you oil and a bit of food. So its diet is piscivorous, which means it eats lots of fish, and the temperament is flippant. So it's carefree and irresponsible, whatever the hell that means. So that's it for the Hesperornis. So well, thank you for watching, and till next time, cheerio.